89.9 WKCR is a radio station out of New York. This audio was uploaded by an anonymous YouTube user. The recording starts with music, but it turns into a jumble of sounds and screaming and a female voice chanting numbers and names. It isn't known if the radio was hijacked, if this was a prank, or if this was a hoax altogether.
Son of Johnson and Bell, brother Captain Chris, that the company December 21st, 1988, Barry Valentino, son of Barry Senior and Jean, brother Scott, Mark and Lisa Ann's friend, my friend.
A Russian radio station played a buzzing sound for over 4 decades. This sound is constant, but every few months or so, there is a voice relaying a coded message. No one knows the exact purpose of the message or even the station. All we can do is assume its purpose. Montana residents were warned of an emergency in 2013. The warning stated that the dead were rising from their graves, and they were attacking the living. It also warned residents not to apprehend or approach them as they were considered dangerous. Similar events were reported in Michigan and New Mexico. Of course, this wasn't real, but instead, a hacker found a back door into their emergency notification systems.
Civil authorities in your area have reported that the bodies of the dead are rising from their graves and attacking the living. Do not attempt to approach or apprehend these bodies as they are considered extremely dangerous.
Vladimir Komarov is possibly the first person to go into space. Unfortunately, he never came back alive. He was the pilot of Russia's Soyuz 1. There were well over 200 documented problems with the spacecraft that were never addressed. Komarov knew this, but he still agreed to pilot Soyuz 1. Why would he do such a thing? Turns out he was protecting his backup, because he knew that if he turned down the job, his backup would be the one to die. He was launched into space on April 23, 1967. While returning to Earth's atmosphere, the spacecraft failed to protect him from the tremendous heat. While returning to Earth, he is heard cursing those who put him in that position. During a discussion about Area 51, the radio host, Art, receives a call from a man claiming to be a former employee of Area 51. He was let go on a medical discharge, and he has been all over the country for an unknown reason. He explains briefly what goes on at Area 51 to Art. His communication is suddenly cut off and the radio broadcast ends as well. When they go back on the air, Art explains that they were unexplainably disconnected and that they were on a backup system.
You're on the air. Hello.
Hello, Art.
Yes.
Hi. I don't have a whole lot of time.
Were you an employee or are you now?
A former employee.
Former employee.
I was let go on a medical discharge about a week ago, and I've kind of been running across the country. Man, I don't know where to start. They'll triangulate on this position really soon.
So you can't spend a lot of time on the phone. So give us something quick.
Okay. Okay. What we're thinking of as aliens, Art, they're extra-dimensional beings that an earlier precursor of the space program made contact with. They are not what they claim to be. They have infiltrated a lot of aspects of the military establishment, particularly the Area 51. The disasters that are coming, the military, I'm sorry, the government knows about them. I started getting...
In some way, something knocked us off the air, and we're on a backup system now.